A federal judge in Texas has ordered the U.S. government to close the DACA program, putting tens of thousands of dreamers' futures on hold. It was put in place during the Obama administration in an effort to shield undocumented immigrants who arrived in America as children from deportation. But last week, those dreams of becoming U.S. citizens came to a halt after the court granted a request by Republican-led states requiring the Biden administration to stop approving new applications. The order does not affect the more than 600,000 immigrants already enrolled. So for more on this, we are joined by CBS News immigration reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez to talk about this. I can't imagine the level of uncertainty that these dreamers are living with from day to day. How many people does this immediately affect? And how many people were already part of the application process who now got the door slammed in their face?
Yes, good morning, Anne-Marie. By closing the DACA program to new applicants, U.S. District Court Judge Andrew Hanen is blocking tens of thousands of undocumented immigrant teenagers and young adults from accessing these Obama-era legal protections that allow them to work here in the U.S. and to remain in the country legally for some time. According to one estimate, up to 300,000 undocumented immigrants who were brought to the U.S. as minors could be eligible for DACA on paper, so it affects tens of thousands of potential prospective applicants. We know, Anne-Marie, that as of late last month, there were 81,000 pending first-time DACA applications. Now the government is prohibited from approving these applications, Anne-Marie. So people who were applying for the program and who attended biometric appointments have now been told that they will not get DACA in the near future because of this court order. And to illustrate the underground impact of this court ruling, Anne-Marie, I can tell you that I spoke to a dreamer named Marilu Saldaña. She is an immigrant from Mexico who came to the U.S. as a 13-year-old child. She applied for DACA for the first time back in January after that federal court in December of last year opened the program again for the first time since 2017, and she had high hopes. She was hoping to use her enrollment in DACA to go back to school, to earn a bachelor's degree, to become a nurse, and also to ask the government for permission to go back to Mexico to see her mother, whom she has not seen in over 16 years. So this was a devastating blow to her and to many first-time applicants.
So let me understand the legal issue at play here. Help me understand, rather. So this only affects DACA applicants, not the DACA immigrants that have already been approved. They're already in the program. But if this is illegal, then why is there an exception for those who are already accepted into the DACA program?
That's absolutely correct. So for background, the judge in Texas, Judge Andrew Hanen, said that he believed DACA not only violated federal immigration law, but that the Obama administration improperly enacted it. He said that this type of policy should have been implemented through a regulation that was open to public comment rather than a Department of Homeland Security memo, which is what happened under former Secretary Janet Napolitano in 2012. But he said that it would be not in the interest of, quote, equity to abruptly end the program for current recipients. There are about 600,000 immigrants currently enrolled in DACA. He mentioned that they had come to rely on this program, that their family, their communities, and their employers had come to rely on this program. So he did express some sympathy for current recipients, and so he suspended the effect of his order in that respect when it comes to current recipients. But again, he did, as you mentioned, close the program to new applicants, and that has dealt a devastating blow to many first-time applicants like some of the dreamers I've spoken to.
So the Vice President, Kamala Harris, tweeted out support to dreamers over the weekend. She said, "Your home is America. You deserve a permanent solution." Do we have any idea what this administration plans to do?
Yeah, so we know that over the weekend, President Biden announced that the Justice Department will appeal this court order by U.S. District Court Judge Andrew Hanen. That was expected. I can tell you, Anne-Marie, though, however, that any appeal will go to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, which is one of the most conservative appellate courts in the country, and any appeal from that court will go to the Supreme Court, which, as you know, has 6 conservatives that make up a supermajority in the Supreme Court. And so we don't know what the fate of DACA is right now. We do know, however, and we've known this for quite some time, that the Biden administration has said that it will issue regulations to try to codify DACA into an actual policy in the Federal Register, which is the Journal of Federal Regulations. And this is meant to address that argument by this judge that DACA should have been created through a regulation rather than a memo. So we should see that memo, and the public will be able to comment on it in support of it or in opposition to it in the near future.
All right, Camilo, thank you very much.
Of course.